Hey, what's going on? What's going on, everybody? Dr. Chris Featherstone here, and Bill Apter here.
Hey,
And
no, I'm here.
yes, indeed. All right, Bill, what's going on, man? How you feeling today, my friend?
I'm good. Yeah, I had a very invigorating talk with an old timer today who I haven't talked to in many, many years. He's living in near San Antonio, Texas. You remember Polish Power, Ivan Putski?
Ah, the Polish Hammer.
Yes, I caught up with him today. I wanted to talk to him, but he was a perennial opponent of superstar Billy Graham.
Yes, indeed he was.
And he didn't know that superstar Billy Graham had passed. And I called him, and we did an after chat. And unfortunately, because Sportskeeda has so much stuff to get out on the airwaves there, I put it on BillApter.com so I could get it out there right away. But we talked about he works out like a madman every day still.
Nice.
Yeah, and he's like 80 years old. He sounds great.
Yeah.
Polish Power, brother.
Yes. There's still Sportskeeda has yet to release I have a couple interviews from the Chillicothe events, one from Nikita Koloff and one from Sam Houston. So waiting on Sportskeeda to release those. As you were talking about Ivan, I'm actually texting Scott to see if he to see how he's doing and to see if he has any kind words.
Oh, Scott Putski.
His son. Yeah.
I talked to him 2 days ago.
You talked to Scott 2 days ago?
On here.
We were nice indeed.
Yeah.
Yeah, Scott and I are cool. Yeah, Scott Putski. I mean, if he was up, he'd come. So Ken Anderson's supposed to be on the show. Ken Anderson is he's a stand-up guy. I've had him on my show. He's one of the it's been about 12 years or so I've been a journalist. Ken Anderson has I think he's in the top 3 people I've interviewed the most.
But he never told you about the feud I have with him, which is probably why he's not here tonight.
He did not tell me. No, he did not.
It was over the Championship Office Wrestling, the cow belt, and I'm still the champion. And he wanted a shot at the belt, and the commissioner of Championship Office Wrestling refused to give Mr. Anderson,
wow,
a shot at the belt. So that's probably why he's not here tonight.
Anderson.
Oh, I like that. It's very good.
Thank you very much.
Very good.
Yeah. So I don't know where the heck he is. He trains, so he'll probably get this. He'll probably get it at 12 o'clock in the morning and text me like, "Oh man, I'm so sorry." Yeah, I've interviewed him probably close.
Now he was not one of the original Andersons with Ole and Gene.
I think he's the second nephew. I think he's the nephew of Gene. I think.
Okay.
Yeah, he's Gene's nephew. Like he's great nephew of Gene Anderson. Yes, I think that him. I think he is the grandson of Lars.
The grandson. Oh yeah, I forgot all about
Yes,
Lars. That's
indeed.
right. Yes,
Yes.
another Anderson.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Lars was quite big in the Polynesian uh,
Yes,
wrestling federation with the uh,
the
who was
grandmother.
yeah, the grandmother of The Rock. Yes,
Yeah.
indeed. Yes, indeed.
What?
Yeah,
Wait. What was her name? It doesn't matter.
doesn't matter what her
That was Leah, my V, and I knew her really well.
Yes, indeed.
Really, really
Yeah,
well. She had me come down to Hawaii a couple of times,
nice.
and she was just great. She promoted some shows with Rocky Johnson up in the Catskill Mountains in New York too. She was a lovely, lovely, lovely lady. Really knew her very well.
Yeah. He after the death of her husband, she took over
Yeah,
the promotion, and she was a feisty lady.
she was.
She did really well. So
And he was a very tattooed human being, which is why you see all the Samoans
yes,
homage to him with all
indeed.
the tattoos. Yeah.
The Polynesian print is very nice. It's a very cool looking print for tattoo styles. I really like.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, yes. My whole body is filled with those, which is
very
why I
nice.
take the shirt off.
The reason why you cover it up, yeah,
Yes, yes. You
makes sense.
didn't know this, but The Rock's mother, Ata, gave me a Samoan name. I am known as Apta,
There you go. Very nice.
Aptah,
Apter,
Apta,
yes.
Apta.
It's very nice. That makes sense. That makes perfect sense.
And you
Uh,
can talk to them about that.
nice.
Any Samoan knows that.
Okay.
All
All
right.
right, so let's dive into these questions from the chat. It's unscripted, so the SK Nation picks the topics for
I love it.
the week for us to talk about. We just freestyle it every single week. Bill Apter and I. We bring in a special guest to join us every now and then. We got a special guest next week too, so stay tuned.
Well, wait
It's
a minute. We're going to do freestyle.
oh, very nice.
I'm ready. Let's do it.
All right, so and if you want your question on the screen, of course, throw in that super chat and we will give you some love on the screen. Until then, I'll look over and see if there's any questions for us to answer and any topics for us to talk about, and we will do that. Favorite match in your whole wrestling career? What's your all-time favorite match?
Oh my God. There's two sets of matches that I always bring to the top of the series of matches between Jack Briscoe and Dory Funk Jr.
Okay.
and the other series between the Nature Boy, Ric Flair, and Ricky Steamboat.
I knew you were going to say that. I was going
Oh
to
man.
my guess.
Yeah.
So
What about you?
so what was the third one? I know Chi-Town Rumble, Wrestle War, and what was the other one?
Oh, I don't remember. I just remember photographing so many of their matches.
Okay, it was '89. Was their big?
Yeah,
Was
but it
their
was the
big
whole
year.
series
Oh
that
yeah,
was equal to me.
gotcha. I remember Chi-Town Rumbles when he won it, I believe, and I believe he lost it at Wrestle War '89, if I'm not mistaken. I like my trivia, man. Let's see. I think he lost it to Flair at Wrestle War '89. I think he won it at Chi-Town Rumble. Let's see. Let's see if I'm right, man. Let's see if I got my trivia
I
right.
was in Chicago backstage, and Ric Flair came over to me and he said, "What are you doing here tonight?" I said, "Shooting pictures." He said, "Yeah, but why are you here tonight in Chicago? You live in New York." I said,
Mhm.
"Well, I'm here shooting the matches, big show." So he went over to Jimmy Crockett and he says, "If he knows about this, then everybody knows about this." And I
Nice.
was in the middle of a political mess there.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah.
By the way, Chi-Town Rumble '89, Ricky Steamboat beat Ric Flair, won the World Heavyweight Championship, lost it at Wrestle War '89.
And it almost didn't happen because he didn't want to drop it because I was there
Mm,
and he knew some people. But Jimmy Crockett was uh, very wonderful with me, tipping me off at times and places to be. He never actually would tell me Flair is going to lose the title or this is going to happen. He just said, be there.
Very nice. My all-time favorite match is Sting Flair, Great American Bash 1990.
Oh, yeah, I mean, again, anytime the two of them clashed, it was magnificent.
Yep, indeed.
Pro
I would say
wrestling.
my second favorite match is Steamboat Flair Chi-Town Rumble.
Yeah.
I would say probably third is Ron Simmons Invader. When Ron Simmons won the WCW World Heavyweight Championship.
See, I'm going way back now. My third would have been at Roosevelt Stadium in Jersey City, New Jersey. The Russian Bear, Ivan Koloff against Mil Mascaras.
Oh, what? I love the fact that you're such a Mil Mascaras fan, man.
Yeah. I've got several of his masks here that he gave me.
Yes, indeed. So. That's awesome, man. All right, let's see what else we got.
You know what it was, Chris?
He
handled it like it was a ballet. He was so graceful. It was like no effort.
Yeah.
People would put him in holes. And, you know, again, I may have said this on another show, but a lot of the fans are going, well, he never wanted to do the job. But then again, Hulk Hogan didn't want to do, you know, they were protecting their character. And Mil Mascaras was just a fabulous wrestler.
Yeah. All right, we got a question with Cody rumored to face Gunther at WrestleMania 40. So there's a bunch of rumors of who's Cody's face scheduled to face. Some say Roman, some say Gunther. It says, do you think WWE has given up on him to dethrone Roman Reigns? What do you think, Bill?
Yeah, I think they're moving him into a different direction. I think what's going to happen, depending upon when this airs, that at Night of Champions, he's going to get
this is live, so yeah.
Oh, right. But anyone who's watching this after the on delayed on videotape,
archive, yes,
on digital, yes. Yeah. But I think he's going to get his butt kicked by Brock Lesnar. The only way that I could see this, remember the last set? I thought both the first two segments with Brock attacking Cody were magnificent. I thought it was great TV. But when Hunter was there with him and saying, well, your arm looks broken, and Cody was, you know, really? You think what they should have done, they should have had a video of Cody getting a plaster cast put on his arm and show up at Night of Champions, and that's how he beats Brock Lesnar, by beating him repeatedly with the cast.
Luger style with the
yeah.
Okay.
But, regarding the world champion, the Universal Championship, I think not depending upon, but I think Cody Rhodes against either AJ Styles or Seth Rollins would be a more compelling match for the world championship than still going to fight Roman Reigns. I don't think he should be the guy to beat Roman Reigns. I don't know who is yet, but I don't think it's Cody. I think Cody needs to be world champion.
I'm not sold on Cody being the guy. I haven't been. But I don't know. It's just I just don't like just illogical abruptions to storylines. To me, I mean, to finish the story, all that, like either make him champion this year. I do not want to see him go against Roman Reigns at 40. I just don't want to see it. So like that would just be a redo, and it would be very contrived. It'll be very predictable. I don't even think people will be behind Cody at that time, knowing that he's going to win. I just wouldn't feel that. To me, Cody being the world champion it just makes him feel so second fiddle. Like, I couldn't beat Roman Reigns, so I'm going to beat someone who's not Roman Reigns to get the third belt.
Well, they're trying to get people's minds off him and Roman at this point.
Now, here's the thing. This is one thing I wouldn't mind. All right, I wouldn't mind. See, here's the thing. If someone thwarts someone from the title chase, it makes sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
So this is something I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind seeing Triple H in some capacity go against Cody Rhodes. Now, with his heart issues, if he doesn't come back, I understand that.
Yeah.
But if Triple H comes out with someone, maybe Randy Orton or something like that, to me, if there was a story leading into WrestleMania with that, that would make sense to me, because there's some buy-in there with Cody, just the AEW, the sledgehammering, the throne, just the influence that Triple H had toward him, and just the fact that he was feeling the feelings that he had, about Triple H when he started AEW, and there's so much just genuine.
Oh yeah, I mean, we never forget Triple H saying, "I never forgot what you did with that throne in
Yep.
another company."
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
coming back to haunt you.
Yeah, I think that I would be super intrigued in some type of story of that leading into WrestleMania 40. Now, if somehow Triple H feels so much better, I think that would be, and he's cleared to wrestle. If he's cleared to wrestle, I think that would be a perfect send-off match for Triple H.
Yeah, but
For Cody Rhodes. But if he's if he's only cleared to wrestle, if he's cleared, but if he's not cleared, I'll be totally fine with him having some type of authority type of figure, and kind of bring someone along for the ride to be like a hitman for him, so to speak. Now,
could be Brock Lesnar. Could be Brock Lesnar again.
Oh, so how do you make that make sense? Like, as far as Brock and Cody at 40, and they're probably going to go against each other at SummerSlam too.
Yeah, so that's SummerSlam. Yeah, right. No, it won't be at 40. By then, I think they'll have someone else groomed for the for that spot. Well,
okay, who do you think? Who would you say? Who would you say
at this point?
Yeah.
Well, I'm a big Gunther guy, but I don't know if Gunther will be as compelling in that spot. He's a good, serious, hard-ass worker in the ring. So I don't know if that's. I don't. They'd have to come out with some sort of an angle with him injuring someone. I don't know. It's very hard to. We may not have seen the guy yet.
We may not have. Would you put Orton in there?
No. At this point, I think Orton's done whatever he can do, and he'd come back still great, but more nostalgia. But maybe the guy who John Cena said, "I don't believe what you do at this point," maybe by that time, Austin Theory will be graduated into that position.
Man, that's a big stretch for me. I just
me too. At this point,
I don't see it with Theory. I don't see it.
Or Drew McIntyre comes back.
Now, I wouldn't mind Drew. I wouldn't mind Drew and Cody. You need like that menacing heel. I mean, you
need CM Punk.
CM Punk. CM Punk.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. CM Punk and Cody.
Bring him back.
And Triple H brings in CM Punk as his mercenary.
Write it down. This is why he didn't sign with AEW yet, or they haven't made the deal.
Oof, man. I'm looking for someone who's like a machine, like someone who's like a mercenary type of person. There's not, I mean, you could think of like Omos, which I don't see, Bronson Reed.
They're not doing well with Bronson right now. When he was on Monday Night Raw, the guy should never be knocked off his feet.
I agree. Yeah. Why do you, Bill? You're old school. I mean, you've been doing this for a while. Why do you think the WWE spends so much time with making matches look 50-50 and wrestlers have, be so 50-50 nowadays? Why can't you just have just squash matches?
It's filling TV time.
Filling time. Yeah.
That's really what it is, because they have 3 hours to fill, and you got, you have to. There was a theme on Monday Night Raw: Lesnar and Cody. Everything else was filler.
Why can't they have so many people in catering right now? Why can't they have?
The food is lousy. I've been there. No,
It-
food's pretty good.
I was gonna say I've heard the food was pretty good.
Wait,
Actually,
wait, wait. Just as an aside, one time I was at a WrestleMania. I forgot where it was, and there was 100 people on a line that I was on catering there. They had it was the Hall of Fame people and all this. And Cena comes walking down to the left of me, and he's saying hello to everyone. And I looked at him. I said, "Excuse me, are you the catering manager?" He said, "Yes. What can I do for you?"
very
And I
nice,
said, "The food's lousy." He says, "I'll talk to my boss," and ran away.
very nice, very nice.
I love telling
Um,
stories.
yeah, I mean, I think that it'll be interesting. You got so many people back in catering right now,
Yeah.
and why don't you just do more squash matches to highlight more people, to spotlight more people? Like Bronson Reed should have absolutely squash matches. No disrespect to Ricochet, but Ricochet has zero momentum right now.
Yeah, I
He
agree
should
with you.
absolutely squash Ricochet.
They keep trying to get
Yeah,
him over, and I don't know what they're doing with. I put him on the same, and this is no knock. They're great performers, but I put him in the same level as Ali. That they're trying
yeah,
desperately to move him up, but he just doesn't have it yet. Yet.
yeah. I don't see what that leads to. I think that they're making a push for him just because he's a Middle Eastern. He's Middle Eastern. Well,
Oh,
he's
maybe.
American. He was born 30 minutes outside Chicago,
Yeah.
but his parents is Middle Eastern descent. I think father Pakistani, mother Indian.
Wait,
So
is
I think that
Chicago part of the United States? Yes.
yes, that's a part of the United
Just wanted to
States. Yes.
double check.
Yes. But for some odd reason, I think it's weird, but he just because he has Middle Eastern ancestry, they're making him the representative of Saudi Arabia.
Well,
Not
for
a joke.
diversity, Chris. I mean,
That's
they're being very diverse with people from all across the world, different races and everything. So that part about this, I really like.
yeah, but I wouldn't put him in the Intercontinental Championship. I mean, it just felt forced. Like
Oh,
he out of losing so many matches, all of a sudden he's the number one contender for the Intercontinental
yeah.
Championship against Gunther. Like brings a little bit of realism to
But
this.
the thing is that they can't make Gunther look weak against him at all.
I 100% agree with that.
At
Yeah,
all.
it needs to be an absolute squash.
Yeah.
Yeah, no 50-50 in the match.
No.
Like,
No.
no. He tried to get like a suplex in, just get swatted or something like that, and just get
Yeah.
like a massive chop, just get a power bomb or three, and just a lariat, Stan Hansen style, and just
Yes.
get demolished. Just
Yeah.
get demolished.
Yeah.
All
Definitely.
right, super chats take precedence, and so we have one from our boy Rollin for 99.
Super chat.
Speaking of Hogan and doing jobs, if you could read Hogan's mind, why do you think Hogan let Triple H, Brock, and Brock over, but not Shawn and Randy Orton? That's a really good question.
Okay. Well, let me tell you something, brother. All the maniacs out there. So I think at that point, but not Shawn and Randy Orton, Brock has that Superman type of look to him. So I think that's why Hogan would have done it with, did it with him.
Yeah.
Rock.
And it was like the weird thing about that, I think it was like on an episode of SmackDown, and he demolished Hogan. I remember Hogan was a bloody mess, and he scraped some of the blood off his face and
I remember that now. But I think that's why.
put it through his chest. I think it was like an 02 or 03, somewhere around there.
I think he may have wanted to show the people in the business that he's willing to do something to help elevate someone if it's the right thing to do.
Same thing with Goldberg. He did the same thing with Goldberg.
Oh, absolutely, and that's why I think he did it with The Rock as well. But I think I think Shawn being so much smaller than him in stature, etc., and Randy as well, it just didn't have the right look of that match, in my opinion. If that makes sense.
It does. I think Randy. I think him not putting Randy over made sense. I wasn't the biggest fan of that decision, but I do think it made sense because if again, if I could read Hogan's mind, Orton wasn't established at that time enough. So Hogan wasn't the type of person of like, okay, I'm going to risk, my name in hopes to elevate this person.
Correct.
Hogan was the type of person okay, I already see a bunch of money in you. I want to get my little bit of rub to say that I helped a little bit to help you, continue to propel. Goldberg was absolute money. He was white hot in WCW. He was the hottest ticket in WCW at the time. Hogan wanted to get his little piece, in the momentum, which made sense from a business standpoint. I see the same. I saw the same thing with Brock. Brock was, 2002, ran roughshod. Won the title a few months after debuting at SummerSlam 2002. So Hogan was from a business standpoint, he's like, oh yeah, Brock's red hot right now. Let me get a little bit of that, momentum.
And it was good for Brock too.
It was, yeah,
of course.
Randy, I don't think that Hogan saw that in Randy. Yeah, at the time.
No, he was the legend killer. Yeah, he's the legend killer, but Hogan didn't want to be killed off by him.
Exactly. Yeah. With Shawn, it was weird because if I remember, they were supposed to do a trilogy, and so Hogan beat Shawn, and Shawn was about to beat Hogan, and then it was the injury. I'm not doing it, brother, because I'm not well. I'm injured, and so that's when I think was SummerSlam. Was it 05? If I'm not mistaken, I think it was SummerSlam 05 when it was Shawn and Hogan, and when Shawn did the supercells, and just it was just absolutely hilarious. At that point, from what I remember, Shawn was expecting to go over Hogan. Hogan flipped the script. Shawn was upset, and so therefore Shawn just did a bunch of supercells to get to make Hogan hot at that point.
Yeah, so. But I think that again, Hogan didn't see any benefit against him. It might have been just the different physical stature with the two of them. I just don't think Hogan, if he's thinking that Shawn Michaels is like a little kid to him, but Brock Lesnar, and look at this.
Yeah. And to be fair, I mean, like, it just at that point, both of them were legends. Both of them just really didn't have, much longer of a shelf life. Who really would have helped if Shawn would have went over Hogan. Now, I would have preferred for Shawn to go over Hogan if it was supposed to be a trilogy. Because Hogan would have won 2 out of 3 anyways.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I do think it was a little bit, sus, that Hogan pulled back, and,
he didn't want to lose to Shawn Michaels. Yeah, I know Hogan really well, and that just didn't fit as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. We'll address this super chat, Rollins. Yes, Hulk Hogan did Shawn like Shawn did Bret Hart.
Right.
That's a good point.
They went to that famous school called Screw You.
Yes, indeed. Yeah. Screw You. Yes.
That university.
Because Shawn straight up told Bret in the locker room, like, hey, I'm just letting you know, I'm not I'm not going to put you over. So I wouldn't do the same thing for you if I'm not mistaken. That he said to Bret. And so
it's so crazy. It's so crazy because, again, if you compare this to a regular 9-to-5 job, when the boss tells you to do something, you don't really have much of a choice to say, well, I'm not going to do that because I don't want to for any reason. But if you're a professional wrestler and the promoter says, look, you're getting $500,000 a year, I need you to do this. Well, I don't know if I want to do that.
Yeah, to that point, Bill, if you agreed to do an acting job and the director said, hey, I want you to do this stunt, or I want you to, do this scene, and you just flat out refuse,
You won't do the job.
you're not going to get the job.
Yeah,
So
you're not going to do the acting job.
exactly. So yeah. So I mean, that's really interesting. Anything else you got for the good of the order?
For the good of the order, well, we lost another Moolah trainee this a few days ago, Peggy Lee Leather.
Yeah, I heard about.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. I just heard about that. So
yeah,
want to wish our condolences to Peggy Lee Leather. And
yeah,
there's so much talk going on all over the internet now about this AEW Collision show and where is it going to be held. This is like a last minute thing now. They had a date for this, everything planned, and now supposedly on Dynamite there'll be another announcement
yeah.
coming. So I usually, these things should be organized to the point where it's locked in the TV time, it's locked in, but all anybody cares about, and we're going back to the beginning of the show here, all they care about is where is CM Punk going to be?
Yeah, yeah.
That's it.
So, do you think it's a work that's the
Partial.
rumored
Partial.
legal stuff? You know what I mean with Punk. So
No, I think it's a partial thing. I think Punk is holding the cards here.
so there's the rumor that that Punk that they serve legal papers to Punk. Do you think
That's
that
what
that's
I've heard, but again, I'm not there. Hey, let me ask you a question.
Yeah, sure.
Do you have the Night of Champions card available? Maybe we can do a couple of quick predictions before.
I do. All right, we got about 3 minutes before I hop on my pancakes.
So that one match with Cody and Brock, unless Cody's got that plaster cast on, I think Cody's going to Suplex City. Period. The end.
Yeah.
The story's not going to finish there.
Let's do one match because I did a prediction show with Vince. Let's do this. Let's do let's do Rollins and Styles. Who you think's going to be champ?
Seth Rollins. It's his time.
Rollins? Okay.
It's his time, and eventually, what they may do somewhere is put him against Roman, from the past, and it'll be title versus titles.
So with the talks of WWE being a little hesitant because he's starting to branch out for movies, do you think that holds any weight?
No, that's not going to keep him back on this. He's worth more on the move. He'll out in the movies. He's helping WWE as well.
Yeah.
Next match.
All right, last match. Last
match.
Yeah, last match. One more match.
Okay.
Owens and Zayn against the Bloodline. Who you got?
Owens and Zayn. I think the Usos are going to interfere. They're supposedly going to be at home, but I think they're going to interfere and cause Roman and Solo the match. Yeah.
I think accidentally they're going to cause them the match, and that's going to lead to a match at probably Money in the Bank.
Because I called my my travel agent, and she found out that the Usos did buy tickets to go to Saudi Arabia.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah.
That's an exclusive, ladies and gentlemen.
It is
here at
Sybil, my travel agent.
Yeah, very nice. All right, so the Usos will be seemingly at Night of Champions, and I do think that they will accidentally cause Roman and Solo the tag team champions, and so I think that they see. To me, I think you should I think this should be just shake it up, man. I think that Roman and Solo should win it. Actually,
I don't see it. Usos will be there, as far as I'm concerned, and the main reason, beside interfering, is they bought non-refundable tickets.
Very nice.
Yeah.
I think that Roman and Solo should win. They won't win. I don't think they are, but I think that you should shake it up. I think that you should have Roman and Solo win because I think the story out of this should be the Usos versus Roman and Solo for the championships at SummerSlam.
I agree. I think that would be great, but I just don't see it happening.
Yeah, I don't see it happening either, but I think it should. Bill, let us know what you got on deck for your everyday journalistic endeavors nowadays.
Well, again, check out BillApter.com today so you can see Ivan Putski's audio interview with me about superstar Billy Graham.
Yeah.
If you will. July 1st, I will be in Philadelphia at the Icons of Wrestling convention.
Around my birthday, by the way.
Stuff. Yeah. Oh, right. Well, that's right. Happy birthday. And you can catch me in my videos, of course, when you subscribe to Sportskeeda's Wrestle Binge. Just go to Google and put in Wrestle Binge by Sportskeeda.
Yep.
And subscribe to the channel. And I'm here every week with Dr. Chris and the Time Machine with Holla Holla, Teddy Long, and Mac Davis. So lots of stuff going on, baby.
Yes, indeed. All right, follow me.
Good.
Thank you.
Good. Do that again. That's good. Holla holla. Oh, I love that. I love it.
Thank you. All right. Follow me at Chris Prolific around the all the social medias, the Facegram, the Instabook. Yes, the Facegram, the Instabook, the Twit chat, all of that.
I think he's ready to go home now. Okay. Yeah.
Yes, indeed. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Also, Pancakes and Power Slams. I'm actually heading over there now. A lot of Rollin usually joins me over. Rito usually joins me over Pancakes and Power Slams.
Yeah.
I'm going to be answering more questions over there, having fun.
Sounds great.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this guy right here, Bill Apter, me, Dr. Chris. This is Unscripted. Have a good. Hey, listen.
What?
We'll see what.
We'll see you at the matches.
So